Alright, vlog number 3. So, in this episode, I want to talk about, I guess, why I bought the Zero and why I went electric. So, let's go back to around 2010, 2011. There was this company called Brammo that released a concept for their Empulse bike, and I was just blown away. I was like, yeah, this is it. This is the future. And, I mean, that's really why I was interested in electric bikes, because I figured, well, it's, you know, way past the year 2000, we should have futuristic vehicles, and an electric motorcycle is totally the way to go. So it gets to about 2012, they're still working on the Impulse. I find out that Zero has a new bike, the Zero S, the 2012 street model, so I went and test rode one of those, and here's a photo actually. Man, it was slow, super slow, but it was really fun, and like, I was thinking, oh, okay, I'm gonna get a job and it's gonna be about 30 miles from home, so I could totally just, like, you know, ride there and back and have enough range, because I think the range back then was about 70 miles, and so I don't know, the job just didn't work out, and the bike just wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't exciting enough, not yet at least, and so I decided, okay, well, I'll just wait for the Impulse and see what happens. So 2013 rolls around, I think, and Brammo releases the Impulse, and it's not only is it like $19,000, but it has a 6-speed, which just didn't make any sense at all, and it looked nothing like the concept. So I mean, it had the same battery design as the concept, but the seat was different, the tank was different. I don't know, it just wasn't really what I signed up for. So anyways, I kept waiting. And then 2014-ish, I think, Mission Motors released their Mission R bike, or they started making videos with it and promoting it and stuff, and they started winning races, and I was like, oh man, this is it. This is my dream bike. Sure, it was, I think they wanted 32 grand for it or something. So $30,000 for a bike that's like a high-end Ducati or something, but I just thought, no, that's it. Like, it had, I think, well, I don't know, all the specs were crazy. Like, it was over 100-mile range and 150 horsepower or something, and it just looked beautiful. So I ended up putting down $1,000 for the deposit and thinking, okay, this is it. And I just kept waiting. The delivery dates started getting pushed. It was like 6 months after they were starting production, or they were supposedly starting production, and somebody on Facebook rides by their building and they see, like, you know, boards on the windows and stuff, and it's like, okay, well, I guess that's it. There wasn't any official announcement from anybody working at Mission. It was just gone, like, it was dead. And, you know, come to find out later that they only actually ever made one bike. I guess there was a race bike, and they put on street trim, and then it was crashed, like someone rear-ended them in San Francisco. And so, man, I was super bummed. I lost my $1,000 and I didn't have my dream bike. But this was, 2014. I was already living in New Zealand, and, you know, even at that time, I was kind of on the fence about whether or not the Mission would be a good fit for the New Zealand roads, because it's really bumpy here, as you can tell. I'm bouncing around, and all the really fun windy roads are like, well, they're bumpy, but they're also narrow and tight twisties. And when I got here, I was riding an R6, and even the R6 wasn't really, like, it wasn't fun, I think, on the tight twisty roads. So I started thinking, okay, well, maybe I should give Zero a chance. And actually, this guy David Hiley in Australia, who I actually got to meet, here's a little video of us, like, I got to sit on his bike. He started racing his 2014 SR, like, totally modified. He did a chain conversion, and he did some custom fairing work with like an Aprilia RSV4 fairing and CBR tank, CBR seat. It was just like, he made the Street Fighter Naked Zero SR into a sport bike, and I was like, wow, if you can do that to a Zero, I am totally sold. And so the next time I was in California, it was December 2015, and I decided to ride. I rode a 2014 SR, and I thought, okay, yeah, this is okay, this is alright. Like, the suspension, the brakes, like, it wasn't that great, but it had the power. Like, the power was unbelievable. But the dealer also had a 2015 SR, which had the bigger battery, the ABS, the Showa suspension, and I decided, okay, well, let's try this one. And that one, I don't know, something about it just, it felt like a proper bike. It felt like a motorcycle. So I was sold. I called around and I bought a 2015 SR like a week later. And then, what, 2 months went by and I had it shipped to New Zealand. And ever since then, this bike has been amazing. It's kind of weird to say, but it's totally changed my life. Like, if I ever buy another car or a motorcycle, it's got to be electric. I can never go back to gas. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. It's like, that's another thing. It's 2017 now, and buying gas just doesn't make sense anymore. And on this Earth Day, of all important days, we should be riding electric motorcycles. Alright, this is NewZeroland signing off. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.